It does project. I'm allowed, right? It's my video. It's raspberry. Before we get into it, I want to know, why did you click on this video? Are you a raspberry connoisseur? Do you like raspberry? Were you intrigued by raspberry? Or were you just kind of like, oh, I don't know anything about raspberry. Let's see. Let me know, because up until very recently, I did not care that much about raspberry. Yeah. I'm back here. If you're new here, my name is Charlotte and I do videos on beauty and fragrance every week. If you enjoy that kind of content, definitely do subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I did this video. I was happy with it, but the audio was so terrible that I was like, I can't do that. Like, I need to film it again. But here I am and I'm like, I've already said these things, so it feels weird. I'm not gonna lie. It might be different, but that's okay. Maybe it'll be better. Who knows? So let's get into it. I just recently realized that I really enjoy raspberry in my perfumes, and I didn't really realize that I did like that. Like, I knew I loved raspberries, like they're actually like one of my favorite fruits in real life to eat, but I didn't think I was particularly in love with the scent. I forget which one it was that I tried that made me realize, oh wait, that's raspberry and I like it. I think it might have been Ellie Saab's Girl of Now Forever. I think it might have been that one that made me realize. But anyway, then I started realizing that a lot of my perfumes that I really like that have a fruitiness to them, it's often raspberry. And there are some other fruits that I have more mixed feelings with, you know, like pear, for example. There's a lot of fragrances with pear, but I don't always like pear. So you know what I mean? So that's how I realized that I had a thing for raspberry. So anyway, I want to share with you 7 different fragrances that do raspberry 7 different ways, and hopefully you will find a raspberry that's your sort of taste. You know what I mean? So, because I think there's a different way to incorporate raspberry. It doesn't have to only be one way. Yes, that's self-evident. Let's get into it. The first raspberry scent I have to share with you is one that was quite underwhelming for me when I first smelt it. I know we're starting off on a great note here, right? I just had really high expectations for it, but really it's just a very simple, cuddly scent, and so it's more like my problem that I had with the fragrance, because there's actually nothing wrong with it. It's actually really, really nice. And that is Dolce Gabbana Pour Femme. And this is just a very sweet, powdery raspberry. It really is just like raspberry and marshmallows to me. I know not everyone gets the marshmallow in this. Like, a lot of people have bought it wanting a marshmallow scent and were disappointed, I think. But I definitely do get, it's almost literally marshmallow to me. Like, I have like the marshmallow dust with the raspberry, and the raspberry is just like, it's like a raspberry marshmallow. It's not very tangy or anything, you know what I mean? It's very powdery. And this is the kind of powderiness that I think some people could find cloying, or yeah, like I think some people would find this too powdery. I don't, like, I really like it, and I find it very versatile in the sense that I could picture a teenage girl wearing this, and I could picture an 85-year-old woman wearing this, like, and everyone in between, and in that sense, it's quite versatile. Yeah, this is a scent that once I realized it had raspberry, I got really excited about it and I came back to it, and it made me appreciate it that much more. So that's Dolce Gabbana Pour Femme. I hope I'm doing okay. I hope this one's okay. You know, like that red lip I did? I totally did it for this video, and that's the one that messed up all the audio. The next one I have here for you is a very creamy Lactonic bubblegummy raspberry, and it's literally to me like bazooka bubblegum because of that raspberry and the tuberose that's in it, and that is So Scandale by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is so pleasant. It's so youthful and like childlike without being childlike. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Wow, that was a bad description. I bet the other video was better. It is a little bit lactonic, which I always really, really appreciate. And yeah, it's definitely a little bit like raspberry ice cream and that creaminess. Even though, again, like I've said before, I think of bazooka when I smell this. Very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. This is a very, very sweet raspberry for sure. So Scandale. Next up, we have a very, very loud, bright, juicy raspberry, and that is Angel Nova right over here. Oh, it's so strong. Like, I love it so much that I, like, usually these kinds of, you know, atomizers, you can't smell them like this, you know, and yeah, I can't. Like, it's really strong. You can smell it just like this. I smell the oud, the Akigala wood first initially. It smells very peppery, by the way. I don't know, there's no pepper in this, but it does smell pepper, or I don't think there is. Maybe there is. But anyway, it smells peppery to me. But the raspberry in here is very, very juicy. It's very like ripe and plump and sweet and, did I say juicy? Especially because it's combined with the lychee and the rose. It feels kind of like the glue between the lychee and the rose. Like, it feels like it's kind of what wraps them up in like a, man, I don't know how to describe this. It's kind of like the lychee and the rose are there alone and they need the help of the raspberry to come and bring them. They really complete each other. And that's what the raspberry does in here. It's really nice. It's really nice. So that's Nova. Next up, we have a scent that is very reminiscent to Hypnotic Poison, but this one is a lot brighter, lighter, and happier. Like, it's just, yeah, very bright. And that is Juliette has gun Mmmm. And right away, I just get the raspberry and the neroli at the top. And I love that combination. I do really like neroli. A lot of people don't like neroli, so some people might not like it for that reason. But this just makes a really beautiful sort of floral raspberry. Really, really pretty. So pretty. Juliette has a gun. Mm. Next up, we have a very, this is a sweet and sour, tangy, juicy raspberry lemonade. This is so delicious, so vibrant and rich at the same time because it still has this like almond cookie shortbread base to it. It still has that gourmand edge to it, but with raspberry lemonade at the top. Really, really nice. I really, really like this. Not everyone likes that raspberry lemon combination, I will say. Some people find it too sour. I think it's really, really addictive. Really, really love this. Ellie Saab's Girl of Now Forever. Yes. Hi, Bumblebee. How are you? I'm doing perfumes. Did you want to smell one? No? Did you want to say hello? You just wanted to say hello? Je t'aime, mon amour. Okay, so next up I have another powdery fragrance. This is a very powdery, musky fragrance. And this is La Nuit Tresor Musc Diamant. So this is a very powdery and musky raspberry. This one also has rose in it, and this one is also a little bit more mature in the sense that I'm not sure how a younger girl would feel about this. It might be too powdery, or like, I don't know. I have a feeling that the Lancome rose smell feels dated to some. I love it. I really like it, but I can still recognize that it's a little bit like, it's like 15 years old. It feels a little bit like my generation, whereas for the new generation, this might not be their favorite interpretation. I really love this. I find this very comforting. It's very musky, sweet, cuddly. The raspberry is very present, but again, it's that some people could see it a little bit baby powderish. I'm not gonna lie, okay? So if anything that resembles baby powder really irks you, you might not like this. And I don't like straight baby powder scents, so it's not that. But I could see how someone who can't tolerate that like at all in a scent might not like it, but it has enough roundness and fullness with the raspberry and the musk to make it not just powdery, you know? I find it really nice and very versatile too. I could wear this year round. Yeah, really like this one. La Nuit Tresor Musc Diamant. There's one more left, and speaking of the younger generation, I think this one's perfect for the younger generation, and that is Burberry Her. This is a very sweet, fluffy, airy, ozonic, musky, fruity scent. It has a lot of fruits at the top. So yeah, this is a sweet, musky, fruity scent. So lovely, really, really nice. The first time I smelled this, I was a little bit underwhelmed because I guess I was just expecting more. I was expecting something more complex, deeper. This is just joyful and light and fluffy and bubbly, and it's really, really beautiful for that. I get a lot of strawberry in this, but it does have raspberries, so I am including this in here. I'm allowed, right? It's my video. It has raspberry. It has all the berries too. It has like blackberry, I think boysenberry. It even has lemon and lime, maybe? I don't know. It's really beautiful. The fruity facets in this fragrance are really, really beautiful and play off of each other really, really well. Like a little bit kind of like, and I'm not saying it smells like this, but in that same way that like Fruit Loops has this sort of like fruitiness that's not like one single fruit, you know what I mean? Like they're not actually individually different. They're just kind of like this fruitiness. That's what Burberry Her has. It's fruity in that sense that you're just kind of intoxicated by this fruit punch. It's really, it's lovely. So finally, these would be my recommendations on what these fragrances are suitable for most people. So if you're someone who doesn't want to smell too much, doesn't want to overtake the room, I guess you could say, or maybe you work in a profession where you're not really supposed to wear much perfume, I would say your best bets might be Dolce Gabbana pour femme, Tresor, Nuit, Musc, Diamant, which it is still quite strong though, so I just would put less, but it's not a strong scent, if that makes sense. It's not a strong, heady, you know, it just smells like very clean, musky, fruity, so that one. And I would also say Mmmm by Juliette has Gun. And I would also say in general, all the scents that I have, the scents that I've smelled by Juliette has a Gun, all have this similar airy quality to them that makes them not overpowering and kind of transparent and less easily detectable, I think. They can more easily smell just like your scent, if you know what I mean. And kind of in between those two, I would say Burberry Her, because it is a very soft, sweet, musky scent. There's nothing sharp or jarring or loud about it, but it does project and people do smell it. So that's why I put it in between though, that's why the category is kind of in between. So lovely. And then if you really just want to stand out and you know, you don't mind people smelling you and you just want to be juicy and sexy and loud and smell delicious, then I would say the other three, Ellie, Saab, Girl Now. This is really, really lovely in the springtime, like right now especially, so lovely. Then as well, I would say of course Mugler's always loud, always there to make a statement. Angel Nova is exactly that. This is loud, people will smell you, and yeah, you don't want to overspray this. If you know, like if you overspray this, you will smell like you're oversprayed for sure. If you want that, go for it, but I'm just saying it's that kind of fragrance. And then last but not least, we have So Scandale, and this one is just, people are gonna smell you. It's really sexy, bright, sweet, very feminine. Yeah, very sultry. So Scandale, Jean-Paul Gaultier. So there you have it. Those are my raspberry scents. Hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know down below if you enjoy raspberry in your fragrances. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, please let me know by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below your favorite raspberry or your thoughts on raspberry fragrances in general. And also, if I've left one out that I should try, I know there's also a few of you have told me about Live Irresistible, I think, Eau Delicieuse, Gourmand, or something like that by Givenchy, and I have put myself on a list for that one. It does sound like a beautiful, sweet raspberry that I might like, so thank you for that recommendation. Yeah, until we see each other again, thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourself. I'll see you very soon. Bye.